Introduction to Angle Addition. All right, so this one, we're just learning about it. That's what the introduction is word is for in the title. And angle addition. So this tells you we're going to add some angles together. So they go through, and the question, they're going to give us some statements. So they're telling us the measure of angle JKL is 65, and they mark it for us. I'm not sure on the next page if they're going to mark it in the right colors, but we'll see. The measure of angle JKM is 40 degrees, so they have that marked in red here. And they want to know what is the measure of MKL. And when you're looking at an angle, so if they don't mark it for us, when they say JKL, we're talking about the points. So we go JKL. And the middle, which is K here, that's the vertex. Or the corner, if you want to think of it that way. Okay. So the middle letter, when they're listing three letters like this, is always the point where they come together, or it looks kind of like a corner, I guess. We call that the vertex. So what we want to do is, if we want to figure out what X is, and we know what the whole thing is, it's 65, and we're using 40 of the 65, we're just going to take it away. We're going to say we have 25 left, so X equals 25 degrees. And that is literally all we're going to do. If they give us the whole thing, then we're going to subtract what we're using to see what's left over. If they give us the two pieces, we might have to add them together to get the whole angle. So think of this line in the middle as just kind of chopping it up. You can even think of this as like a piece of pizza that we're cutting into another piece. And we, for whatever reason, want to know the angles here. All right, so let's go ahead and start this. Okay, perfect. So they do give us all the same colors in here. So I do like this visual because it's very easy to follow. So the measure of the angle of JKL. So we just follow JKL. So that makes this whole angle, which is why they have this whole arc going across. It's 130 degrees. Then we have the measure of JK, and this time we shoot up here to M. So they put this one in blue for us because they told us that it's 75 degrees and that 75 is in blue. So this arc only goes to this line in the middle here because M shot up in the middle. So we're not talking about the whole angle anymore. And then they want to know what is the measure of angle MKL. So again, this little arc shows that it's going from this side with MK on it, and it's going over to the side with KL. So it's just, the arcs just show you how big the angle is, or which side it goes from and to. All right, so if I know the whole thing is 130, and I'm using 75 of that already, because that's the blue mark here, we just need to subtract to see what's left over for our red arc here, or angle X. So we're going to subtract. I'm going to do my borrowing here, and I have to borrow again, and we would get 55. So X needs to be 55. And there isn't a little degree mark that I can click on, so they don't expect you to put it in there. All right, next. Okay, so I'm not going to go through quite as much on this one. We're just going to read through it. So the measure of angle ABC is 85 degrees. They marked it. The measure of ABD is 35, so they've marked this one in red. And they want us to find the angle DBC, which they've marked here in blue. So again, we have the whole thing. The whole angle is 85. We're already using 35 of that. So this piece is 35. We need to subtract to see what is left over for my blue arc here, or angle X. So I'm going to subtract, and I have 50 degrees. All right, check. And one more. Okay, so now we have the measure of ABD, angle ABD is 95. So they're giving us this arc here is 95. Then the measure of angle DBC is 60. So here's our blue arc here with 60 degrees marked. And now they want to know what is the angle of ABC, which is, they're saying, is X. And that's the whole thing going across here. So now I'm not given the whole thing. I'm given the two pieces. So if I take this piece and I add the other piece, I'll get the whole thing. So in this case, because they gave me the two smaller pieces, I know I want to add these two together like this. So I end up with 5, and I'm going to end up with 15. So together, all the way across here is 155 degrees. Check. All right, we finished another one. Yay!